I love democracy.
I am not a committee!
Order! We shall have order!
I was not elected to watch my people suffer and die while you discuss this invasion in a committee.
My allegiance is to the Republic, to democracy!
This is outrageous! I object! Order!
Now, tonight's topic kind of inspired by Dan's recent focus, and he keeps messaging me going, well, let's do a Darth Vader committee. So we are going with tonight Darth Vader's finest moments. Let's get into that countdown. And I'm coming to you first, Daniel. Apology accepted.
Yes, I think he was one of many unfortunate Imperials that got killed by Vader. Captain Needa, he's the captain of the Star Destroyer Avenger, and he's pursuing the Falcon through the asteroid field when Han pulls the maneuver and does the about turn and magnetically locks onto the back of the Star Destroyer, and no one can figure out where he's gone. Needa says he'll apologise to Vader himself. A couple of scenes later, cut to Admiral Needa clutching his throat and dying, and Vader saying those immortal lines, apology accepted, Captain Needa.
Great line, and a great addition to start this countdown.
Apology accepted, Captain Needa.
Pete, I'm coming to you. Treated unfairly, the convo.
Yes, so it's just got all the characters in that scene. You got Vader, Lando, Boba Fett, I think Lobot's in there as well. And just when Vader walks out of the hand torture scene, ignores Lando and goes straight to Fett with the classic line, you can take Captain Solo to Jabba the Hutt after I have Skywalker. It's just brilliant. Just the timing, the movements, just the colours of Bespin in that bit, all of the dialogue and the stormtroopers. And then as he goes to the lift and with the classic prayer don't alter it further, and then as the lift closes, it's just classic bit of Empire.
Lord Vader.
You may take Captain Solo to Jabba the Hutt after I have Skywalker.
He's no good to me dead.
He will not be permanently damaged.
Lord Vader, what about Leia and the Wookiee?
They must never again leave this city.
That was never a condition of our agreement, nor was giving hand to this bounty hunter.
Perhaps you think you're being treated unfairly?
No.
Good. It would be unfortunate if I had to leave a garrison here.
This deal is getting worse all the time.
This countdown's getting worse all the time. See what I did there, Pete?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Carry on.
You gonna have that one? Number 8, Craig, coming to you. A bit of a groovy new look. Becoming Vader, end of Revenge of the Sith.
Yes. And of course, when we talk about becoming Vader, we're not talking about him being knighted as the Dark Lord of the Sith. We're talking about him getting the suit for the first time, and the sort of body horror that's involved in that. We see lots of shots of him being manipulated by the droids. But, for me, it's the look on his face as the mask descends and the kind of terror. It's very uncomfortable and puts you a little bit inside the mind of Anakin for that moment.
It's a good scene, actually. I mean, it always got slaughtered, didn't it? Because the way he says no.
It got slaughtered by the no bit, yeah. That was the bit that let it down. Everyone's sort of fixated on that overreaction, but I think that little sequence at the end there is great.
hear me?
Yes, Master. Where is Padme? Is she safe? Is she all right?
It seems in your anger, you killed her.
I couldn't have. She was alive. I felt it.
Dan, I'm coming back to you. Luke, Father, the end of ESB. It's made it. Number 7, Dan.
At least they got in. It's the climax of the movie, really. So the Falcon's trying to get away from the Empire, from Darth Vader's Star Destroyer, and Vader starts to communicate to Luke through the Force, across space, imploring him to join him in the dark side and telling him it's his destiny. And then they make their final escape. And despite his disappointment, Vader doesn't force choke anyone and walks off, making you think that maybe he's turned over a new leaf.
Father.
Son, come with me.
Dad. Why didn't you tell me?
Luke, it is your destiny.
Why didn't you tell me?
Before we get into the top 5, Pete, number 6, The Man Under the Mask. Let me look at you with my own eyes.
Yeah, classic. Final end to the battle on Death Star 2, and the end, pretty much the end of the original saga. Yeah, let me look on you with my own eyes. It's incredible bit. That's sort of the end of the battle with Luke. The Emperor's gone. It's isn't that also the same way to tell your sister you were right about me as well? So it's incredible end to Return of the Jedi.
Only Return of the Jedi entry in this top 10.
Just for once, let me look on you with my own eyes.
So let's just take another look at that then. So 10 was the Captain Needa apology accepted. Number 9 is the conversation after the Solo torture. 8 is the new Vader becoming Vader, a nice new funky look, and the uncomfortable. I think Craig used the words manipulation, like that. 7 was the Luke Father ESB ending, and 6, let me look at you with my own eyes. So let's go into the top 5. If I'm coming to you, Daniel, we're going over to something quite modern, to Kenobi. You didn't kill Anakin.
So regardless of what I think of the rest of the series, I think that final duel is awesome. And it climaxes with Obi-Wan getting the upper hand, taking a run up at Vader, and swinging his blade and splitting his mask open. And then we get to see what's behind the mask and Anakin's little eye sticking out. And Obi-Wan gets a bit emotional and tells him how sorry he is for everything that's happened. But Vader tells him that it wasn't him that killed Anakin. It was that he killed Anakin. So it was all a bit of a relief for Obi-Wan, I think. And he walks off with Vader screaming for Obi-Wan to come back. So it was good.
Could never kill him, could he, Kenobi? Had the chances, couldn't do it.
Anakin. Anakin's gone. I am what remains.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Anakin. For all of it.
I am not your failure, Obi-Wan. You didn't kill Anakin Skywalker. I did. The same way, I will destroy you.
Then my friend is truly dead. Goodbye, Darth.
Obi-Wan!
Right, number 4 then. I'm coming over to you, Craig. I mean, it's all Obi-Wan and Darth Vader at the moment. This is the rematch. It's Obi-Wan's death on the Death Star.
I've been waiting for you, Obi-Wan. We meet again at last. The circle is now complete. When I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master.
Only a master of evil, Darth.
Your powers are weak, old man.
You can't win, Darth. If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
You should not have come back.
Come on, R2, we're going.
Now's the chance, go!
Ben?
Yeah, I mean, this is our first light side and dark side duel that we see in the movie, and it ends quite shockingly. You know, we've invested in the character of Obi-Wan, and he's dispatched quite swiftly by the Man in Black. And it just, you know, I love that scene. It's iconic. The imagery that that scene has produced in terms of the merchandise and everything that's come since has just been stunning. My favourite moment is when, after Obi-Wan has become one with the Force, Vader toes his cloak with his boot Just, I don't know. Why did he do that? What was he expecting to happen?
Dan, your favourite movie ever, the Rogue One finale. It's right up in 3.
Wow, that's good, isn't it? Vader invades the flagship of it's Admiral Raddus, isn't it? I don't know what that ship's called, but he gets on board and goes to town on the Imperial the rebel troops on there, ripping their guns out of their hands. He's slinging them against ceilings, cutting through people, doors, everything he can swing at, and then they get away though, so that's the happy ending. But he's pretty violent in that scene. I remember I showing that to my dad on an iPad. He doesn't really sit down and watch movies that much, but I said, well, you should watch some of the new Star Wars stuff. And I showed him that scene. He went, Jesus God. Couldn't believe how brutal it was. He quite enjoys the original trilogy, but he was quite shocked at that.
Well, perhaps you should do a sit down with Dan and Papa. Watch movies, Coming to a YouTube channel near you soon, listeners. Number 2 then. So there's 2 on here. I'm sure you both all know what's in these top 2, but which way round are them? I'm coming to you, Pete. There's a certain way to make an entrance in movies, and that is Vader coming onto the 10 teeth.
Indeed, and quite fitting. That sort of follows on from number 3 with the end of Rogue One, which obviously in time order is straight after, but we had to wait many years to get it. But it's the entrance of who is the biggest villain of all time in cinematic history, the first time anyone ever saw him, and that must have just been crazy in the 70s to know what was coming in the cinema, and just to have seen that for the first time must have been pretty mind-blowing. But the sort of the battle on the Tantive before, and then everything kind of stops and all the stormtroopers stand to attention and the smoke clears, and then Vader comes through the door and just surveys the damage, and then just sort of like carries on moving through in pursuit of everyone on there. So absolute epic entrance of Vader for the first time.
Great. Which means at number 1, and it's not there by chance. I mean, 2 of us put it number 1 and 2 of us put it number 2. I'm coming to you, Craig. We've all got daddy issues. Well, I haven't got daddy issues, so I don't know what I'm saying that for. I am your father moment.
How could this not be number 1? A scene that not only transcends the Star Wars movies, but transcends movies in general. It's a scene that I think even if people only have the scantest knowledge of Star Wars, they may have some knowledge of this particular moment where Vader delivers the biggest plot twist in movie history that no one saw coming. Brilliantly made, brilliantly crafted. I mean, the whole build up towards this moment is great. So much power and intensity in those scenes. I think, I remember watching this as a kid, really feeling for Luke. He looked so battered. I'd not seen anybody being through the mill quite so much in a Star Wars movie up to that point. So all the feels, all the drama, and all the playground gossip and conjecture afterwards, just great. Just a great cultural moment.
No escape. Don't make me destroy you. Luke, you do not yet realize your importance. You have only begun to discover your power. Join me, and I will complete your training. With our combined strength, we can end this destructive conflict and bring order to the galaxy.
I'll never join you!
If you only knew the power of the dark side. Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father.
He told me enough! He told me you killed him.
No. I am your father.
No. It's not true. That's impossible!
Search your feelings. You know it to be true. Luke, you can destroy the Emperor. He has foreseen this. It is your destiny. Join me, and together we can rule the galaxy as father and son.
Yeah, it is deservedly number one, isn't it? I think we would have done this a disservice if anything else had been at the top of this list.
Totally.
Not even just Star Wars fans reference it. It's in pop culture, and it's just prevalent everywhere, isn't it? I think any sort of Star Wars reference, it's been parodied so many times.
Yeah,
it's brilliant. It is brilliant. I think the surprising thing is that all the Vader quotes, and we've mentioned a lot of them, and a lot of it is back to Empire. And I was thinking when we're doing it kind of thinks, but that's Vader's movie. But how many minutes of screen time do you reckon Vader has got in Empire Strikes Back?
13.
Any advances on 13?
It's got to be more than that, surely. 30.
30 minutes, Craig?
37 and a half.
11 minutes and 51 seconds, according to Looper. He's got 8 minutes in A New Hope and 13 minutes and 44 seconds in Return of the Jedi. Just under half an hour total screen time in all three movies.
Yeah, it's not a lot. That top five then, you didn't kill Anakin from Kenobi. The Obi-Wan death in A New Hope at 4. The R1 finale at 3. The entrance to the Tantive on 2. And I Am Your Father at 1. 4 scenes from Empire Strikes Back making up our top 10. 2 from A New Hope. And then 1 each for Return of the Jedi, Revenge of the Sith, Rogue One, and Kenobi. Head over to We Are Generation Skywalker on Facebook and have a little vote yourself. Let us know what you think should have been in the 10. Is there anything we missed in the discussion that you think maybe should have been considered? But I'm pretty sure we covered quite a bit of it in there. But like we said, you could keep voting on this. Add 2 more people, and then we'd have a completely different list. But I do think I Am Your Father would always be number 1. Boys, thank you so much for joining me as always on the committee. It's always good fun to have a light-hearted chat of these things. But it is for this edition of the committee. Goodbye from Craig.
Cheerio.
Goodbye from Pete.
Nice one. Cheers, guys.
Goodbye from Daniel.
See you next time.
And it is goodbye from me. We're Generation Skywalker. All eras, all passions, all Star Wars.